Hi, my name's Brett Eastburn. I'm a motivational speaker, comedian, artist, gamer. I wear many hats. Married, own my own business, No Boundaries Incorporated. You can see more of that at bretteastburn.com. And I just try to get out in the world and inspire people. And I discovered very early on that just me going out and enjoying my life and being prosperous, people see that, use it as an example, and then start to begin to realize their own potential. I was born this way, quad amputee, no medical reason, which backs up the way I believe. I believe that God made me this way so I can do what I want to do, have fun doing it, and then come and show as many people on the planet as I can that you can do it too. Yeah, my mom and dad they're amazing people, and they were while they were raising me. Again, basically I was born and the doctors and staff like whisked me out of the room, and my mom's like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, we're just cleaning him up." And then they were gone for a while, and she's like, "Where's my kid?" And the nurse says, "The doctor will be in just a little bit to tell you about it." So a while later, the doctor comes in, sits on the bed next to her, all somber, and he's like, "Mrs. Eastburn, you have a son." She's like, "Good." And he goes, "Well, I just need to let you know that your son was born without arms or legs." And my mom said there was like this long pause, awkward pause. And my mom's finally like, "Well, can I see him?" He's like, "Well, we just didn't want to shock you. I mean, he doesn't have arms and legs." She's like, "Good, just bring him in here." Then Dad came in, saw me, or heard about it, put his head down. He's like, "Oh, this is going to be a rough one." My mom says, "I don't care." And according to both of them, they never talked about it again. They just raised me. They just dealt with things as it came along. How important are parents to a kid as far as growing up and becoming a successful adult? I first have to answer with, if you allow that to be part of your life, then you're allowing that handicap to be in your life. So I think parents are very important. But if you don't have good parental support, it's not a good excuse to not be a good contributing member to society. My parents, I have no idea if I didn't have supportive parents how far I would be. I've got a lot of energy and a lot of tenacity, so I think eventually I would have ended up here. But it was much easier because I had good parental support. And not just parental, I live in a small farming community. And in my hometown, I was just Brett. When I hit the road, I'm this amazing limbless guy, but at home, take the trash out because you're just Brett. We don't care. So I like the limelight, obviously, but I like coming home and to just my normal. My wife, Krissa, I met her at Corby's. That bar's in South Bend, and I met my wife there, and she was playing pool. And I asked her on a date, and she said she would go because I asked for a real date. That's me doing quote unquote, by the way, real date. And like 2 or 3 more times, I was like, "So we're going on a real date, right?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, third time I asked, she's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, I've had so many women. I was like, "Let's go on a date," and they say, "Yeah," and then we go get food, and then I do anything to indicate that it's like could be a romantic date. They're like, "Oh no, I thought we were just going out as friends." So I wanted to clear it up. So she yelled at me. She's like, "If I told you we're going on a date, we're going on a real date." She said it much louder, and I was just like, I like her already. She's just going to treat me as Brett, and she always has. I could tell from the look in her eye and the way she was treating me, she did not see a guy with no arms or legs. 3 days later, we went out. I took her to Nick's Patio to eat, which is a nice restaurant, South Bend. And then we went back to Corby's to play pool. And we've been together ever since. One of my best experiences, and why, meeting my wife. That's got to be the best one. And I mean, not just romantically, obviously, that's awesome. But I needed somebody to complete me with the no boundaries on getting my message out to the world. So she ran the office and goes on the road with me a lot. Not all the time, but a lot. I love it, especially an adult, when somebody tells me you can't do that. Then I have to go do it. I want to go do it just to see the look on your face when I get it done. So a motivator for me is when people tell me I can't do that. I believe that God made me this way so that I can do what I want to do, have fun doing it, and then come and show you that you can do anything that you truly want to do. I think God's awesome. He picked a weird way for me to help people, but in the long run, it worked out for me. Like, honestly, people go, if you could snap your fingers, or you snap your fingers, and I instantly had arms and legs, would I want that? And my answer to that is no. First of all, my entire career would just be out the window. Comedy and speeches, because they're all built around me being able to do things with my situation and showing it to other people. So I'd have to reinvent all of that. And I don't want to change it because I really believe God wants it this way, and it's been a good life, so I'm digging it. My desire is to get my message out to as many people in the world as possible. I thought I could get famous as a motivational speaker. I found that to be pretty much not true. I got into comedy, and that can make me famous enough to put the speeches out there, get the message out. And once I'm there, then clubs and colleges, all kinds of places will book me to come out and either do motivational speech or comedy. A lot of places want me to do both. Getting on America's Got Talent's a little bit of a personal goal, but it's more about the big goal of just getting my image and my message out there. My thing is, though, most of my outstanding achievements weren't that outstanding to me. They were just me doing normal life. I've been applauded for eating a hamburger by myself because I put it on my arm and I balance it. And I remember talking with an administrator at one of the shows I was doing. We went out to lunch. I got the burger on my arm and I'm talking, and I'm part French, so I talk with my hands, no pun intended. And I'm talking away, and I noticed the person sitting across from me, their eyes kept going. They were following my burger because they just could not believe that burger would stay on my arm. So eventually I was just kind of like, I had them going like this. So it's outstanding achievement to one person can be just a daily task for another. Well, the only obstacle in the way of getting on America's Got Talent is convincing the producers that I'm going to do a good job. But they love comedians on the show that have disabilities. They focus on those a lot. If I don't achieve the goal of getting on America's Got Talent, I'll just find another venue, another show.
All them years back in high school, the teachers thought I was waving at them. Can't get in trouble for that one, can I? I can just take it, squirt it on the floor, jump in and go like this. That feels good.
Why is it important now to get my message out? Well, it's more important than ever because a little while back I had a heart attack. I got 2 stents in my chest now. I'm fine. I just got to take cholesterol pills and all that. I got to take a whole bunch of old people pills now. That's what I call it. But when I had my heart attack, I became mortal. Before that, I didn't feel very very mortal, but now I do. So my time's coming. It could be another 60 years, who knows? But so life is short. I need to get the message out before I go. I want to be remembered for being funny and inspiring, and just people to use my example that they can achieve what they want. I hate it. I can't stand when people just give up. Just drives me nuts. I want to pull my hair out when people just want to give up. I don't understand why people want to give up. The message I want to get out is you're only handicapped or disabled if you choose to be. And you can accomplish almost every major goal you set in your life. As long as you keep going back at it from different angles, you'll probably achieve it. It's only over when you say, I can't. Because from that moment on, you're going to stop trying. As long as you don't stop trying, anything's possible.